Okay. Hey everyone, it's Allison, and we are going to do a little slow flow today. So it is a regular vinyasa style class, but we hold poses maybe a little bit longer than you might hold them in your standard vinyasa flow. I want you to listen to your body as you move through these postures, and if something isn't feeling right in your body, then you don't have to listen to the cues that I give. Nobody's watching you anyway. So we are going to start standing and ground down into your feet, into all the corners of your feet on the mat. You can bring the palms of your hands to shine forward or bring hands together at heart center. And just begin to settle in to this space here on your mat. If it feels safe for you, you can bring your eyes to close or find a soft gaze down toward the ground. Begin to draw attention to your internal landscape, to what is happening in your body and your mind in this space on your mat, wherever you are. We'll begin to lengthen the breath, intentionally drawing the breath into the belly, into the ribs, and up into the chest. And on the exhales, releasing fully, pulling navel back towards spine. Take your inhale, fill up belly, ribs, chest. And exhale, release that breath, draw navel back towards spine. One last time, just like that. Inhale, fill up belly, ribs, chest. Make room for one more sip of air, and exhale, part your lips, release. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Clasp your right hand with your left fingers and take a gentle side bend toward your left. Inhale, come up through center, switch out the clasp of the wrist, and exhale, side bend to the other side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, hands together, forward fold. Here in your forward fold, you can clasp opposite elbows and just allow the head to dangle, maybe swaying gently side to side. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, release your elbows, hands fall down to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look up and stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. And exhale, open arm twist toward your left. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, twist opposite side. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands over toward the left, to the outside of your left foot. Feeling that side stretch here in the forward fold. Inhale, come back through center, and exhale, bring it to the other side. Breathing here. Feeling the side stretch, feeling the stretch of the hamstrings. Walk the hands back through center. And inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Maybe clasp your hands around, your arms around the backs of your knees. Folding into yourself here. Breathe deep. And on your next exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up to stand. Exhale, release the arms. Either clasp them, fingertips clasping behind the back, or just reaching energetically back, arms coming toward one another. Take an inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, fold in. You're welcome to bend generously at the knees. Your arms can drift up overhead, or you can keep your hands clasped at your low back. Take an inhale here, and an exhale. Release your hands down to the mat. Walk down, bring your knees down to the mat to this tabletop position. Go ahead and feel into the tabletop here, finding comfort. Your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Maybe find a gentle sway of the hips left and right. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Press into the palms of your hands. Press especially into the palm of your right hand. Inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. And exhale, sweep your left arm underneath and come down onto your left shoulder. You can lower your left temple down to the mat. You can find the placement that you like for your right hand, either walking it forward toward the top of your mat or tucking it around and behind like a little bird wing behind the back. Breathe here. And exhale, wherever your right hand is, bring it back down beside the face. Press into the palm of your right hand. And inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Maybe swish out the hips here. Take an inhale, lift your right fingertips to the sky. And exhale, come down onto your right shoulder blade, your right temple. Find the placement that you'd like for your left hand. Maybe it's the same as the other side, maybe it's different. Inhale here. And exhale, bring your left hand back down beside the face. Inhale, reach your right fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, place them back down on the mat. Swish your hips left and right. We'll come into a couple of cat-cows, waking up the spine. So in the inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the hips. And exhale, round through the spine, drop the head. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round. You might like to take some gentle barrel rolls of the chest here, or any organic movements of the spine that feel nice in this shape. If you go through barrel rolls in one direction, make sure you switch the direction and come the opposite way. And work to a neutral tabletop. Bring your left foot back and out toward the outside of your mat. Walk your left hand about a handprint a little bit forward of right under your shoulder. And come onto the edge of your right foot for this modified side plank. Your right hand can come to your right hip. You can reach it up and overhead. Exhale, right hand down, swing your left knee back. And we'll take that on the other side. Swing your right foot back to the side. Come onto your left sole of the foot. And inhale, maybe reach your left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, your left hand comes down, both knees down to the mat. Maybe swish out the hips here. Walk your hands about a handprint in front of their current position. Tuck your toes under. Take an inhale and exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the knees here. Walk the dog. Maybe nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Take a deep inhale and a nice long exhale. Press into the heels of your hands. Press your thighs back, the backs of your thighs toward the back of the room. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Inhale, bend into your knees. Exhale, look to the top of the mat. And inhale, step to the top of your mat. Come to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back to plank pose. Breathe here in your plank pose, lengthen tailbone down toward the back edge of the mat. Dome up through your shoulder blades. Press into the heel of your hand. Take an inhale here, option to lower the knees or leave them lifted. Take an inhale, shift your shoulders forward, bend your elbows 90 degrees, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe into the down dog here. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend into your right knee and open your right hip. Inhale, straighten into your right leg. Bring your right foot back down to the mat. On your next inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Bend into your left knee and open the hip. Exhale, your left foot down. Take an inhale here. Bend into your knees, look to the top of your mat, and inhale, arrive, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back to plank. Leave your knees lifted or lower them. Shift your shoulders forward, chaturanga. Lift your heart up and through, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right heel to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Lower your left knee down or leave it lifted. And inhale, press up, Anjaneyasana or crescent lunge. Nudge your right hip back in space, your left hip forward. You can reach your hands down to see how they feel. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips toward the sky. And exhale, your left hand comes down to the inside of your right foot. Your right hand reaches up overhead. Opening through the collarbones. Take an inhale here. And as if I were grasping your right wrist with my fingers, pull yourself up to an open arm twist. And breathe here. Take an inhale and an exhale. Option to stay right here. Another option is to tuck those back toes and to lift your left knee off of the mat. Inhale, reach both arms up and overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, frame off the right foot with the hands, step it back, and go through your flow. Or meet us in down dog.
Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot between the hands. You can lower your right knee down to the mat. And inhale, press up, Anjaneyasana. Inhale here, fingertips stretch to the sky. Check out the situation with your hips. So your left hip might want to nudge toward the top of your mat. Tell it no, bring it back. Your right hip comes forward. Inhale, press your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, your right hand down to the mat. Your left fingertips up. Breathing into this opening in the chest. Tuck your right toes under. Option to lift your right knee off of the mat. And inhale, come up into this open arm twist with knee down or knee lifted. Stabilize, hugging your outer hips. Take an inhale, sweep both arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, frame off your front foot. Step back, flow, or meet us in down dog. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take an inhale here and stay for your exhale. Inhale, bend into your knees. Exhale, look to the top of the mat and step or walk to the top of your mat to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up and exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank. You can go through chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog, or you can skip that whole vinyasa mess entirely. You do not have to do a vinyasa if you don't want to. Take an inhale, lift your right heel to the sky. Exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands. Leave your back heel lifted this time. And inhale, press up to, bring your back heel down. Sorry. We're going to warrior one here. So your back heel is down at about 60 degrees. Your hips are sort of pointed toward the upper left corner of your mat. Your fingertips are reaching up to the sky. And exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. If that doesn't work for you, you can just bring the fingertips back towards the back. Take an inhale, press your sternum up to the sky, and exhale, fold toward your right knee. Humble warrior. Take an inhale here, and stay for your exhale. Inhale, press yourself up, release the hands, reach up. Begin to bring weight into your right sole of your foot and step up. Left foot comes to meet the right. Sink your hips back, lengthen your tailbone down, corset the abdomen in, reach the arms up. Utkatasana. Take an inhale here and exhale to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up, and exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step back, go through your flow, or just skip it. Either way. Take an inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, ground down the back heel at 60 degrees, and inhale, come up, warrior one. Hips angled toward the upper right corner of your mat this time. Hands up and overhead, reaching to the sky. And exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Press your sternum up to the sky. Breathe in and exhale, fold. Inhale, press yourself back up. Release the hands, reach both hands up to the sky. And exhale, bring your right foot up to meet the left. chair pose. Sink your hips back, lengthen tailbone down. It's harder to do this and talk than I expected it to be. Breathe, take an inhale here, and exhale to stand. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, go through your flow, or just meet us in down dog. And lower your knees all the way down to the mat to child's pose. You can bring your knees wider than straight together for a wide-legged child's pose if you like. Stretch your fingers towards the top of your mat. And breathe here. Inhale, press yourself up to sit. Swing your legs around and come down onto your back. Your knees are tented up to the sky. Hug the heels of your feet in toward your glutes. Maybe you can graze them with your fingertips. Knees are parallel. Don't let them splay out. We're going to hug in our low belly. And on an inhale, engage the glutes, lift the hips up for bridge pose. You can walk your shoulder blades underneath the back. You may like to clasp the hands underneath the back. Pressing the hips up to the sky. And exhale, lowering down. We'll take one more. You're welcome to move into wheel pose if you would like to do that. If you have a block handy or some books, or Nick says a small child, you can bring that underneath your hips. I'm just kidding. And inhale, lift your hips up. Walk your shoulder blades underneath the back. And breathe. And slowly exhale, lower all the way down. Windshield wiper your hips, left and right. Finding a release there. Inhale, hug your knees into your chest and give a little rock and roll left and right on the spine. Now hug those knees in and rock and roll yourself toward the top of your mat, coming to sit. You can bring the soles of your feet in together for Baddha Konasana. You can bring your thumbs to the insides of the soles of your feet and open them up like a book. Engage your glutes, and that presses the knees down toward the mat. Take an inhale, lift through the crown of the head, and exhale, fold in any amount. You don't have to find a certain amount of folding. There's no correct amount of folding here. Whatever feels right for you is good. And breathe. Engage your glutes, pressing the knees down. And take an inhale, walk yourself back up. Close your knees up and in together like a book. And stretch your legs out long in front of you. Maybe move the flesh away from your sitting bones. Bring your hands down beside of your hips. Take an inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And exhale, fold forward down towards your legs. Now your hands can clasp here to the outsides of your feet if you like. You can bring peace fingers to big toes. You're also welcome to just take a gentler forward fold here and open the palms of the hands up to the sky and just settle in. Breathing in to this fold, to this moment. You can inhale, press yourself back up to sit, and come to lie down onto your back. Bring soles of your feet in towards your glutes once again. You can, if you liked that restorative bridge, if you want to do that again, you can. If you want to grab a block and put it underneath your sacrum, you can do that. If you don't have a block, if you just don't want one, you can just lift the soles of your feet up to the sky for a little gentle inversion. Breathing in here. And exhale, begin to lower your feet down to the mat as you're ready. Finding maybe that windshield wiper of the knees once again. You can take a final pose here that might feel nice for you. I'm gonna cue happy baby. So bringing the knees in towards the chest, bring your arms toward the insides of your knees. Clasp the outsides of your feet and open your legs out. Here, you can rock and roll left and right on the spine, releasing here. And exhale, release your feet, stretch your legs out long toward the top of your mat. Find a resting pose for your final Shavasana. Maybe open the arms out and up toward the rafters. Maybe open the legs wide, take up space on your mat. And settle in to this moment where the only thing you really need to do right now is just to notice your own breath, your own body. You're welcome to stay here in Final Shavasana if you're good here. And I want to thank you all for being here and practicing with me today. Thank you so much. Namaste.